Hello and welcome to yet another episode of DADA Talk, where we'll be talking to Mr. Nduta. Yes, I said it, Mr. Nduta, and she's a female who is going to tell us her story on how she was able to change from one career to another, and now she's in the trajectory of being very, very successful in the IT department. Let's see how this goes. Hello and welcome to DADA Talk. As you can see, today I'm joined by this free-spirited Nduta. Nduta, please introduce yourself. Watu mtaani wanakujua kama nani?
So my name is Nduta. People know me as Mr. Nduta because my initials are Moreidi Ruth, so Kazikata to Mr. And I'm a data scientist, a machine learning engineer, growing and budding into this field, and excited to be here.
Okay, karibu sana. Thank you so much for joining us today and making time to talk to us. And just give us a brief introduction of yourself. Ulizaliwa wapi, uligrow wapi, and how is your family life like?
So this is I'm a typical village girl. Came to Nairobi because of one education. So thank you, colonialists. And so I'm from the Tok, Kajiado County, formerly Kajiado South. The fourth born in my family, so the mostly ignored one, but still we make through. I did my degree back in 2018 at Multimedia University, and also then after that decided to work for 2 years, then got into data science last year when COVID hit. We traveled so much around the country, but then due to COVID, kazi kasimama kidogo, so I decided to go back to school, and that's how I got into data science and machine learning, and I don't think I'm moving from here anytime soon.
Okay, yeah. And we're going to get into that COVID-19 story a little later. So just tell me a bit about, a little detail on how it was like in campus and how you finished, and you know how campus life was like and how you navigated being a village girl, as you say, which it doesn't even seem as if. Yeah.
So campus is where growth happened. Mm-hmm. So first year was a bit still getting to know people, and then that is when I can say Ushambi liko climax. So and then unaanza kujua Nairobi pole pole. So campus was great. I wish I did studied more. That's one thing I regret in not doing in campus, because I thought, you see, I worked hard right from primary school. I was always top of my class. So I knew campus, you're not going to study, you're just going to live life, you know. So that's what I did. So I wish I didn't live life and continued just studying, because after that, I came to understand most of the things we were taught there. Yes, kuna zile we don't really use, but they kind of formed a foundation to what we really need out here. So I wish I had concentrated in most of my electromagnetics classes and the analogs. Because machine learning actually is just that in theory. Though most people see the coding bit, but if you were to get to understand the basics, that's what happened in campus.
Okay.
Yeah, and also it was fun, good times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you work in campus, or was it just studying?
You know, I'm from multimedia. Please, if you see this, don't bash me. I was always the business lady. Like I'd sell anything and everything. Nipate dough ya weekend. So that's how I survived.
Okay.
Because my dad, I felt guilty asking my dad for money at my age. Plus, he would cater for my food, for my everything. So ingine ya kando. Hope you don't say that.
What did you do?
Like buying clothes, going out, you know, that you can't ask your parents for money. So
so what did you sell?
So first year I sold. Each year had its own business catalog. So first year was, what did I sell in first year? I guess Indomie. Second year I did flowers. Yeah. I did flowers for Valentine. That was a good catch. Then third year to fifth year was mostly a little bit of everything from pin pops, pin pops, Joe. And then what else? Sugarcane, Njugu. Oh, Njugu.
Sugarcane.
Yeah.
You used to walk around with a wheelbarrow?
No. They were in my bag. So with my books. Okay. You know, during the classes, guys would sleep. So I'd just
what do you
mean? You know?
Clever na kupea 10 bob,
yeah.
20 bob.
Yeah.
So, okay, ulikuwa unaenda kwa mtu anauza, anakata, alafu anakuletea?
No, I actually went to my grandma's. And then nikatoka na miwa nyingi. I was like, you know what? Multimedia. I'm going to sell this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very interesting. And as you progressed in school, you finished. So how was it like being absorbed into the market?
So during my internships, I got a good company that I interned with. So they took me in after completing school. So at that level, I was a team leader, leading a team, whatnot. So it was kind of interesting. And also, at least utamak sana, after school and whatnot. Yeah. So that was kind of nice getting. But I was already trained. You see, that's like the importance, the attachments and whatnot. So I just knew what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, did it.
Okay, very nice. And you seem very, very confident and bubbly. How would you describe your personality?
So I have been dealing with that
What do you
because
mean?
at times COVID came and then I had to ask myself, was that my personality or was it because the circumstances allowed me to flourish in that nature? So with COVID, I feel like my personality nashindage may change modes here and there. But with the right people, the right setting, I'm still.
What do you mean by that? Was it, did you lose a job and then you got a little stressed and, what do you mean by that?
Weirdly, I didn't get that stressed out after I lost my job because I was like, you know what? It's happening. It's not happening to me alone. So, but then you see, it got. If COVID had lasted for a month, then life would go back to normal. But then it dragged on, and then you don't get to see your friends as often.
Yes.
You don't get to get money, with money.
Yes.
Personally, my depression comes from lack of money that I have sorted it out.
Yeah.
But also, you kind of got to see how people are.
How do you mean?
I don't know. You see how COVID showed me, so it showed me someone else. Like, we were relating at that level because the circumstances allowed that.
Yes.
So you kind of pull back and ask yourself, do I hang out with the real people? Are these my friends? Are these, And that kind of gets to you at times. And when you're also not, you're just there, you're alone for like a week, you've not talked to anyone, you're at home studying, working, it still drains you mentally. But I kind of figured, you see what? It's up to you to reach out to your friends, call them up, just maintain, don't change too much. You have to change.
Yes.
But just at the core, just be who you are. Oh, and also, just, you see, I used to work around Kenya, so I'd spend so much time alone.
Yes.
So much time alone. At first, I felt so stressed because my friends are in Nairobi having fun on social media. But then I realized, you know what? Apana, ata mimi can do the same here alone.
Yeah.
So I kind of adjusted to being alone and being my friend.
Yes.
Such a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really do have fun by myself. So
Okay.
I feel that's part here to maintain my personality and whatnot.
All right. So let's talk more about that. Especially female friendships. In the Kenyan setting or even the African setting, mwanamke ni adui ya mwanamke mwenzake, but you seem very independent and very allowing of other people to be themselves as you are being yourself.
Yeah.
How did you? Just tell me, from childhood, how did you develop your friendships?
So one, I have 6 sisters. 6 all come with different packages. And I agree, trust me, I have dealt with friends. Most of my friends are ladies. And I know a woman's, we are our own enemies. That's one thing. And you know what? I feel like the society preys on that so much. Because if we are best friends, me and you, but then we happen, just a guy from nowhere we have not known 1 week akuje tu and starts poisoning you. Do you know we're not going to be friends anymore?
Yeah.
And I feel I hate that. So I try to, I don't know, just.
But how can
that.
some people don't have the personality to, how do I say, be independent and just think for themselves. were you able to develop that and say, wait, let me analyze the situation and then decide whether I want to be friends or not?
So you just don't know. So for me, what I do, like I just, you know, kuna vitu you can't hide. We'll meet once, we meet twice, we meet thrice, and then I'll see your thoughts, your thought process, how you know. Then I know how to handle you. So I have, what I do for me, I have containers for everything. So if this is a container for friends who are like this, that's where, you know, for friends who are, because everyone are different. I actually used to feel so bad about, you know, that lack of independence for women. But then I realized, you know what, the same way you're independent, it's the same way they are not independent. And actually dealt
It's a
with it,
personality
like,
thing.
no, it seriously bugged me down. Like, hadi najipata nakosana na wasi, you know. And I'm like, why? Just because you're independent, my dear. You chose to be independent. And if they chose that, that's their poison, you know.
It's still a choice,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's come back to the professional side. Any future prospects for you?
So professionally, hey, I'm just starting out in this nani field. Nimemaliza shule juzi, so it's quite intriguing. People have this expectation that I will come build you a whole robot. Actually, that's what I think. That's but it's, at times I had the toughest 1 month, as we speak. So I'm trying to build this project. Someone has really pressured me to build a whole system that is meant to be done by a group of 10 developers, but then you have to do it alone and deliver.
Yes.
So sleepless nights. But I'm in one group that has these AI professionals, and I saw one guy. He's quite accomplished, let me tell you. He's like ahead of one of the big telcos. And he said, one day he posted on the group, I just woke up, I just realized it's 6 a.m. and have not slept a bit. He just kept coding and coding. Like, wow, that's a guy. I felt there's no lady in the maze level, and we really have to do. You know, if I want to get to that level, I really have to keep pushing. So I regret not doing programming mapema. So I wish I had started it out because I hear it really good. But now that I'm here, the sleepless nights, I know they'll come pay off. So I'm willing to sweat blood and tears for this. Yeah.
All right. Well, any parting shot, any advice to women who are coming to the same field?
For women coming, please, there's this, it's, I feel like ladies will get to feel all sorts of feelings, but that's not what I was saying.
You were talking about imposter syndrome.
Oh,
And how it has been over.
So you get to look at guys and they are really good, but I've realized one thing, watu wanajichocha. And the more ninajichocha, hata mimi I know something, imagine the more I get to know it.
Because the brain does not know what is real and what is not.
Exactly.
That's a trick that I realized. So if you tell yourself, imagine it will be. So I keep on imagining scenarios as a program running, and I'm like, you know what? It will run, and then it runs, and I'm like, mimi na ule mhindi wa YouTube, tuna difference because we use the same brain, yes.
And it's just amazing. So I feel nitakonka, no matter what, but you still have to understand the basics. So kusoma ni hakuna option, you just have to.
And what about this theory that school is not important anymore? Because we've had those kinds of thoughts before, right? What do you think?
School, like the structural plan of the school. So I've seen guys flourish without that. So this is my thing. Kama unaacha shule, what you're going to get into, is it productive? Is it scalable in the next 5 years? Ati hautaachwa kuwish I had gone back to school, you see. But school kind of gives us a structure.
Yes.
It kind of gives us a foundation. So I'm still pro school, but not pro university really. Like after high school, you can get, especially in tech, our universities need to do better in restructuring the kuna basics lazima zibaki, yes, but then come on, if we are going to fight, we're going to compete on the same level in engineers to China and whatnot, we kind of need more advanced things incorporated into it. So pro-school for a bit, and yeah.
Okay, all right, and that's all we had for you today. It's been an energetic talk with Mr. Nduta. So make sure you like and subscribe to our socials at DADA Digital News across. Until next time, I was your host. My name is Sheila. Ciao.